Hello, strategy game enthusiasts. This is Cataclismo. This is a base builder all about protecting your castle from hordes and hordes of horrible nightmares. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump into things, see what we've got going on. Okay, so we are in, and this is the world that we have. This is our Citadel. Our Citadel is the center of what will be, I hope, a hustling and bustling settlement over the course of time. We've got two troopers who we are going to be using, at least in the early stages, to try and assess a little bit more about the world that is around us. Maybe do a little bit of scouting, exploring the darkness. We have got some resources up in the top left-hand corner. Oxygen, wood, stone, and minerals. And we also know, there we go, according to this red marker, where the first enemy horde is going to be coming from. We have some objectives, which I'm going to talk about over the course of time. The point is that if we fulfill these objectives, then we are going to make progress to leveling up our base, our prosperity, which is quite fun and exciting. We can talk about that in due course. For now, though, what I really want to do is get the basics sorted. I want to start getting production of all of these different resources up and running. Now, I am going to probably build a sawmill in here. This is a pretty juicy place for a sawmill. However, we can see just by looking at the world that there are red spots on the map, and there are actually enemies. We can see them right over here. This is a blisterer, and this is a feeble vermin. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send my troops up to give us a little bit more information and see what's going on. We've got two troops. One is just a basic bowman, which is fine, and then the other is Iris, and this is like a I don't know, like a magician thing. I don't really know, but the point is that you'll be able to see what Iris is able to do in just a second. I would like to get perhaps some additional buildings down. As I say, I want to get the sawmill in place, but I'd quite like to get myself a barracks. I can't build a barracks yet because I need 10 people, and I actually only have 8 citizens available at the present moment. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and put down a shack. We'll put that over there, and that is good. Now, I actually have 3 shacks already in store, which means that I don't have to expend any resources, but you will note that that has a negative effect on my oxygen. If oxygen reaches 0, then everybody struggles to breathe, and that's also not good, so we want to make sure that we are constantly keeping on top of everything. Barracks next. Let's get barracks sorted. We'll build barracks over here for good reason. That is going to take time to build because we don't have that in our inventory. Something that I would draw your attention to right now before we truly get underway here. There's this big sort of platform up on the top of the barracks. This game is all about building massive walls and building a whole bunch of verticality into pretty much everything. So just consider that as we go. Now, that is a brood nest. Little bit less than optimum that I have managed to trigger that, but that's fine, quite frankly, because I think we should be able to destroy the enemies. We don't have much HP, but if we kite them a little bit, then we should be just fine. There we go, not too shabby, and we'll see if we can try and destroy the brood nest, and then hopefully by the time that that is done, we should have our barracks finished, and when the barracks is finished, we've got a couple of people that we can immediately devote to being trained up into soldiers, which is quite exciting. Okay, we can do a couple of different things here. We can train bowmen, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 2 of these. Still have plenty of resources for now. We can train a lobber, which I will also probably do later on, though, when we have more people. We can also get upgrades, so we can get a leather bow. A leather bow grip increases damage per hit for bowmen. Fine. And leather gauntlets for lobber units. That's fine. We'll do all of that in due course. For now, though, let's just settle for taking care of this nest over here, which is grand, and then that is hopefully going to give us the freedom and flexibility to build a sawmill sort of tucked right in here. Let's sort of move my units back so that we can get a little bit more vision, and then let's get this placed down. And we can't build a quarry, but that's only because we don't have enough people. So we'll get that down over yonder, and then we will nab ourselves a quarry as well. Quarry, we want to be right about there, so that has Yeah, that's actually slightly better, as long as we sort of overlay it into a decent position where we are able to get as many resources out of the single building as possible. That will make me a very happy chappy. Probably want to go and take care of these units. Looks like they've been aggroed just by the sort of placement of the building. That was kind of what I was worried about, but that's okay. We can probably take these units out relatively easily. These are very, unfortunately, large units that I didn't really account for. Let's get the archer over there. Brilliant. No, stay there. Stay here, please. There we go. And hopefully we don't end up taking too much damage. These guys explode, so it's always best to try and avoid them. That, obviously, was a little bit less than optimal. There we go. Let you explode, and then go back to firing at you. Fine. Okay, the point is that as long as we are careful about these things, we should be okay. We're going to have to rebuild the quarry, but frankly, that's just a learning experience. Okay, so a decent number of troops now, feeling pretty good. Our oxygen, however, is actually decreasing at a fairly rapid rate. How can we fix that? I'll tell you. We build ourselves an air filter. Now, the air filter works depending on how high it is. And this is what I was sort of talking about verticality earlier. If we build it right up at the top of this barracks here, then we are going to get 180 oxygen, which is really quite good. However, the problem with building on top of the barracks, we actually already had some of these air filters in stock, which is why we immediately got access to it, which is good. The problem is that our people, our workers, aren't actually able to access it. So we are going to see if we can try and build a little bit of a staircase. Now, this doesn't need to be anything too complicated, but, you know, we've got a whole bunch of sort of stair steps, and I think we are going to just try and build up to here. There's not a huge amount of sort of different types of resources that we have access to, but I think that is fine. And we'll see if we can try and have a really nice sort of sloping staircase down here, which should be totally fine. Right, the staircase is completed. It's looking pretty darned good, if I do indeed say so myself. I've explored a little bit. We've picked up some salvage from over here, which is quite nice. However, we are actually heading towards night rather rapidly. So, what that means is that we should probably start the process of building our defenses. Now, defenses in this game are kind of interesting. Because the way that it works is that you effectively want to build tough walls, and that is what I am going to try and do. I'm going to try and use a bunch of stone that I've got here. I'm going to use a bunch of stone, and we're going to use some big stone bricks in order to establish the very sort of basic structure of my wall. Now, I don't really know where the enemy are going to come from, but I am going to try and sort of guess roughly where it is. Right. Do I need anything else? No, I'm pretty content with this. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good foundation with which to build from. Maybe we want to have slightly elevated, stone over there. That's pretty good. Okay, so at the moment, we just have a single block of stone. However, if we are to start stacking stones on top of one another, eventually we will get to the point where the stone decides to change color. It's not happened yet. There we go. It's happening now. Perfect. So this is what effectively, this means that the stone is becoming tougher, which is really, really nice. This, I think, is 77. I mean, it becomes tougher. That's the point. It becomes harder to get through, which is why we want to do it. I think what I am going to do, I mean, I've spent about 200 stone on that construction. I mean, it's not a huge amount of construction, but there we go. I think that's a good sort of amount of base space for at least now. We can go up to 3 levels of toughness. The point of going up to the highest level of toughness is fairly obvious. The point also is to consider the fact that we should keep some space for some struts. And this is important because we ideally want some ability to get to the top of the wall. Now, what I'm thinking that we can do here, actually, is if I do something like this, right? Something like that. I mean, we don't have a tremendously large number of pieces, but if we were to maybe throw in, I mean, there's a rope bridge, which is kind of cool. We could maybe throw in a rope bridge. I mean, that works actually kind of well. I mean, we need more support, presumably, on the other side. But if I get a rope bridge over here, look at that. Look at that. It's not perfect at the moment because we are not able to... is it perfect? Maybe I want to move it back a little bit. But the point is, we've got something going. Yeah, I'm gonna move that back, but it's fine. What we basically want to do is we want to have a bunch of infrastructure behind the wall so that we are able to load our archers up onto it. You know, platforms like this, sort of jutting out at either side. I'm kind of trying to do two things at once. That's what I need. I'm trying to build a sort of platform for now, but I'm also trying to consider what is this going to look like when we inevitably add a second line of defense, because we absolutely need to do that. Yeah, I'm going to change this up a little bit, but we're definitely prepping. We're definitely prepping for night, which is coming very, very soon. Okay, reasonably happy with this. Had to redesign the staircase, but we've now got a wooden bridge that will go across to this lower level, or what I think will be the lower level, and then we've also sort of left an option open for the higher level, or indeed even higher if we want to get another rope bridge across here. Hey, look, you know what? I'm just trying to demonstrate exactly what's going on, but let's unpause. And let's get units up here. They are going to, hopefully, take the route that I want them to take, which is grand. And that is looking great. They can just kind of chill out over here. So, no real danger quite yet, but it's coming. It's absolutely coming. Right, what have we got over here? So, this is going to give us a nice little boost. Oh, our building has been completed. Okay, that's fine, because that was destroyed. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Right, so yeah, this is going to give us a nice little boost. We've got 6 available points. These are progression points, and these are progression points. These are reward points. I don't know, or prosperity points. There's 2 different types of points here. The point is, one gives us prosperity levels, which is important. The other will allow us to get reward points, and we can buy different sort of different rewards, which will be quite handy. For example, the Merlin pack, or the window pack, the banner pack. I actually think buying the banner pack is probably pretty darned useful. That will show here now. So yeah, this is a banner, and it motivates nearby units and increases basic attack damage. Or we can get a mounted banner, which will allow us to also do the exact same. And you can actually see that if I was to build this in here, we would give a damage boost to the unit that is right behind. I think, to be honest, building a banner here is maybe not the worst idea that I've ever had. But yeah, that's what we can do with those points. Where are the enemy gonna come from? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. It is going to be here. I mean, it could be in this big sort of pit over here. If it is in this big pit, then we're gonna have to respond by extending the wall. Do I want to get some additional troops? I think I kind of do. Let's do it. Let's also get leather gauntlets. Let's get lobbers. Let's get... Oh, we don't have enough wood. That's fine. We'll build more wood facilities tomorrow. Any sign of the enemy yet? No sign of the enemy. We'll go into fast forward until we see them arrive. Aha, here they are. Just in time, our new archer is up and running as well. So, we get a bonus from the high ground, which is really quite nice. I'm not anticipating anything overly challenging on the first night. It's just something that we need to endure. There we go. Beautiful. Completed protect your defenses. Perfect. We've got even more rewards. And Hogar has sent reinforcements. Cool. I'll take more points, to be honest. I'll take more points. That's fine. Or critical hit on all units. Critical hits remove all armor chances from enemies. I'll take the points, honestly. quite frankly. Yeah, I want to build more stuff. I also want to explore a little bit more. So let's see if we can try and do that. And also, let's probably build ourselves a secondary wood collection facility because we need to get more resources just down in general. We got a lot of resources that we need to collect, and I want to make sure that I am able to collect them. Okay, been exploring. We've managed to get ourselves 2 additional wood facilities. Night is almost upon us, so I'm going to get my troops into position. Yeah, we have run out of wood, and that has had a couple of impacts with regards to oxygen collection. I clearly need to rebuild this. I don't know why this sort of staircase was deconstructed, but I'll get that fixed. Which is good. Oxygen-wise, we should be fixed very shortly indeed. There we go. We are back up to 110, which is really quite nice. We're going to get the last sort of dregs of the day collected, which is good. Okay, we can also look to see if we can try and unlock some more stuff. So, what do I want? Do I want some more wood parts? No, not really. I mean, I need wood pack 1 in order to buy wood pack 2. There's a couple of interesting sort of staircases that make for easier construction. The Merlon pack, I am interested in because this is going to give me an even larger tactical benefit, which is quite cool too. We've already got the banner pack. I've not deployed the banner yet. Increase the amount of resources that workers in nearby sawmills and quarries can collect by providing them better tools. Yeah, sure. Let's see if I need to upgrade that. Collects mist fuel for use in explosives and machinery. Sure, I'll do it. Warehouse building increases the storage limit. I mean, that's not really a problem. Fire arrows. Yeah, I'm very interested in fire arrows. We'll nab that. Throwing poison, presumably for lobbers. Yeah. There's also a brand new type of troop here. A captor. Very interesting. Bowmen shoot multiple arrows at once. Sure, we'll get that too. And then is there anything else? Increased military cap. We can get up to 10 troops at the present moment. I don't really feel like I'm worried. We need that second prosperity point in order to get the level 2 stuff. And in order to get a second prosperity point, we need to either collect more salvage, or we need to gather more stone, or we need to do, well, we need to do quite a lot, which is fine. Right. Do we need to get an upgrade here? No, I think we should just be ready to receive more. Horrors are still going to come from the same direction, which is nice because it means that we are mostly ready to receive them. I'm not really anticipating any difficulty this evening. We'll get our additional lobber up here, and then probably on the next evening, we will look to get a bigger wall that more fully defends this sort of flank, because at the moment, this isn't very impressive, is it? It doesn't feel like it. I mean, it's not bad, but at the moment, it's not great. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the game have at it. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. We're actually, we're clearly having more enemies, or more environmental challenges from the enemies in the environment. What do I want to get? Oh, we could get some buildings, an air silo and a warehouse, plus 1,000 HP to city buildings. Maybe, or 400 stone. Quite frankly, I think I'm very interested in taking the stone. The air silo and the warehouse, you know, they're expensive buildings. But I think I'll take the stone, because I really want to get a big old wall up and running here. We're still only getting attacked from one front, which is quite nice. But I think we'll have a punt at a complete redesign of this wall and see where that gets us. Okay, created something here that I'm actually reasonably happy with. It's not completely finished yet, but I did get some windows, which means that we can actually throw the windows in here, which allows the archers to actually get a range boost, which is really quite nice. It's still, you know, a little bit of a sort of a compromise situation, but yeah, really happy with this design. And up on the top here, we can obviously get more troops, which is great. Very much looking forward to that. I'm a little bit low on resources right now, so that's fine. What I think we'll do is we'll probably just come downstairs, see if we can try and get a few additional troops whenever we get the wood. And then just do a little bit of additional exploration, see if we can try and pick up one of those remaining bits of salvage, which will allow us to make progress towards our objective, but also get some more wood in a slightly faster manner. Okay, night is almost upon us. If we check out the map, we can see that we know the enemy are going to come down this way. I think I'm probably just going to extend my wall outwards. However, what I think I'm going to do in this instance is I'm going to use a much more professional build, which is from the blueprint, which is quite nice. I don't really, know which way this wall should be facing. I guess probably this way. Yeah. Okay, you are unhappy about the placement of the stairs there. That's fine. I can live with that, quite frankly. We can get a few more modular sort of elements. Look at that. Looking the business, if I do indeed say so myself. Maybe a little bit inefficient, but frankly, it's okay. It now means that the enemy are going to go straight through here, which is grand. Let's get our archers. Let's get them up into position over here. Yeah. There we go. Move them in there. Oh, no. Don't do that. Some pieces are recycled. Oh, yeah, that's just going to be this piece. Yeah, that's fine. We're okay with that. So, archers into position. Good. Lobbers. Let's get up on the top here. Beautiful. And let's get our superhero. Let's get archers into the middle there. We're also going to see if we've got the resources. I'm going to deploy one of those banners. Lanterns? Do we need lanterns for anything? No. We do not. Okay, damage boost. Beautiful. Okay. These enemies are just here. They're just here. That's fine. Bring it on. Well, we're going to see what happens. We've got loads of resources. With the exception of wood, we are fine for every single resource. So we will see what the evening brings. And here they come. They are going to be in for a big ol' surprise here. Yeah, I just want to make absolute certain that they can't get through the door. I don't think so. I don't think they can get through the doors. I don't think they can get through the doors, but I don't think it's going to be tested, unfortunately. So maybe they can get through the doors, and I'm just sort of assuming that they can't. But I'm pretty certain that they can't. Archers have a 100% critical chance when placed at correct height. Yeah, that seems pretty decent. You have an extra Hogar request slot. That's this thing, I think. Skip reward, we can get ourselves an extra point. No, I'll take bullseye, thanks very much. That's pretty decent. Okay. We are now losing wood because we just don't have enough stuff coming in from our sawmills, which is very unfortunate. I need to do more exploration. In fact, we need to get access to this wood. I just need more wood in general. So, yeah, we're going to bring all of our troops over here and see if we can try and take out these two hives. There's two there. So we'll see if we can try and nab these ones in order to get this salvage and, you know, try and tick off the remaining bits of salvage that we've got to get sorted. Okay, quite handily managed to take out those two dens. That's netted me a whole bunch of additional points. I'm going to buy the Merlin pack. There's also the fire... Yeah, I've got the fire arrows already. I really want to get that deployed. But other stuff like traps and perhaps this brand new troop would be pretty exciting to... yeah, I can get this, and I can get the new captor trap. Basic troop, crucial for blah blah blah. Don't care. Okay. Yeah, we get points from destroying the horrors as well. What I really want to do though is I would like to build a beacon. I'd very much like to build a beacon over here, which will extend my zone of control and allow me to get access to these luscious forests over here, which promise to bring me a whole bunch of additional resources. I picked up there was some salvage over here, which I got. There's 2 bits of salvage that remain. We're still losing wood because we took one of the upgrades that actually costs maintenance, which is fine. It's just something that we need to consider. But hopefully we can address that before it happens. Oh, actually, look, we've got enemies coming from another direction this evening. That is not going to be ideal, but we will cope. Right, let's get that in there. Any other position that we can maybe squeeze in? No, don't love it. Let's do a little bit of extra exploration. Looks like there's a few enemies down this cliff down here. We'll see if we can try and destroy you. And then maybe get ourselves another beacon over here. Let's do it. and then a little bit more exploration before we really do need to head back and try and... Yeah, let's take you out. Let's take you out. Okay. Deploy here, and then... What the heck is that? I have no idea what this is. This is a centaur. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Oh, it splits into other little things. That's okay, though. That's okay. We get the beacon down, which is the main thing. This is a big spiky boy that I really don't like. But as long as I am fully equipped, we might as well take the opportunity to go and sort out the units over here, which is great. Just stay here and then let the enemy come. And we will get another sawmill or two. Low sawmill. It's decent over there. We'll take that. And that's even lower over there. Okay, well, that wasn't really worth it. The problem is that we can't put the gatherers too close together. And that leads to some problems. That leads to some problems. Means that we can't take full advantage of our wood situation. But that's okay. We'll get that sorted in due course. Let's bring the troops back. And then let's see if we can try and build up some fortifications for the evening. What I think I want to do, actually, is just straight up create a blueprint of this area here. Yeah, that's pretty decent. We collect this and we throw it down. Obviously, the bridge is a little bit surplus to requirement. However, we can remove that in due course. There we go. Looking good. You are going to get recycled. Brilliant. Then we can just fill in the gaps and maybe build some stairs if we need. Although I kind of want to connect up to this rock formation. I don't think that there's any way around here through this valley. I guess we can check on the map to see the exact route. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now it's just a case of me filling in the blanks, and then we should be good to go for the evening, I think. Right, I've created a bit of a maze, but I'm reasonably happy with how that's all looking. So we've got an entire sort of suspended sort of second floor over here, which I think is fine. We'll get our archers deployed into all the right places, and maybe train up a brand new archer, actually. Although, ooh, we've got a captor. Although we only have one person at the moment. Are we still losing? Are we still losing? Oh, we haven't finished building that yet. Yeah, let's train one more archer, and that will have to be us for now. We'll get the bowman up to this level here, and then we'll get the lobber and everybody else up around this flag. And then as soon as our brand new archer is ready to rock and roll, we'll also deploy them up to the top. In the meantime, are we recovered yet? Man, I am losing so much flippin' wood. 50 wood per minute from this card maintenance. That's an absolutely huge amount of wood. It doesn't sort of like feel like it, but it's a lot of wood. Okay, bring on the horrors of the night. Let's see what we have in store. We've done quite a lot of exploration, so I'm reasonably confident we're feeling quite strong. The only thing that does not make me happy is the fact that we just do not have any flippin' wood. We need to do more exploration. Maybe we try to push out here tomorrow. Yeah, there is a nest over there. That's fine. We've got, yeah, plenty of objectives to be getting on with. Still need to find those few extra bits of salvage, but that's fine. If the enemy come through here, by the way, we are goosed. We are absolutely goosed if they decide to attack my sawmill. So I'd really rather not have them go over there. That being said, other than that, I think we can very easily take out the swarm of enemies that are going to be arriving at the door of my castle. Beautiful. Looking good. Looks like this area over here is where they're going to be coming from. Buildings, quarries, sawmills, critical hits, critical damage. I don't want to pay any maintenance. I hate paying maintenance. I've realized that now. I really would rather not. So instead, let's just do what I said I did and push out here, see if we can try and build ourselves a little bit more infrastructure. Okay, good news. Exploration is mostly done, I think. We have got an extra wood construction thing, or what, you know, wood sawmill. That's the word that I'm looking for. And finally, we are back in positive wood territory, which is really nice. I am going to head on over here, which I think... is this a salvage thing? Is that a salvage point? I guess we'll go and explore it and see what we can get, because I really would like to get some of the additional salvage collected. It is salvage. Okay, that's cool. Well, that means that we can just head for this marker and this marker on the map. I think, is that it for salvage? I think it's just 2 pieces. Yeah, so let's get those 2 pieces, and then let's see where that leaves us. I really do think that I've been quite proactive about sort of scouting around. Loads of wood. Brilliant. Yeah, it does feel like we've been quite proactive, expanding our territory, which is quite nice. Feels good. I mean, it's not a tremendous amount of wood that we're bringing in per minute right now, but it's something at least, you know. It's something, and that is what matters. I am going to nab. I'm going to nab an extra house actually right now. Oh yeah, I need to get fire arrows. I need to get fire arrows. Mounted fire arrows. Equips bowmen and hunters with flaming arrows. Set stuff on targets on fire. Yeah, we can get fire arrows up here, and I am incredibly interested in doing that. The problem is that it will block off. It will block off any route to get around here. So, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it there, because that means that we can put the arrows and the fire arrow people over in sort of strategic places. That's fine. Oh, we could also get some mounted arrows. Mounted fire arrow launchers.
The night is nearly here.
The night is nearly here. I know the night is nearly here. Let's get some additional houses for people. Build 2 of them. Do I want to try and risk the salvage in the evening? Feels like probably a not so intelligent thing to do. So yeah, we should probably bring it back. Let's get everybody back into positions, and then we will bring the wave on, and then tomorrow, first thing, we'll do salvage. Another thing that I really like is these blueprints are super good. There is one, which is a compact oxygen gatherer, which will effectively allow us to deploy an oxygen gatherer in literally any position, and it just builds itself, which is fantastic, because we're just losing a little bit of oxygen, but that is fine. Okay, so 2 arrows are going to be fire boosted. That's good, and then you are going to move across here. So we've got arrows on the top as opposed to down at the windows. So the lobbers are going to have that extra range boost, but the archers are going to be fire archers, which is pretty darned sick. I wonder if there is some way that I can utilize this better. I mean, there's definitely a way that I can utilize this better. I mean, if I make thicker walls, then pretty much everybody would be happy. But I'm not going to make thicker walls. I'm just going to leave it as is. Anyway, let's await the enemy, and then we will hopefully defeat them, and then we can go and get the exploration done tomorrow. I'm also going to train up some... more units. You're going to train up one of those captors. Okay, again, not really anticipating any difficulty. The fact that we've got the arrow, the multiple arrow thingy, whatever that is, archers have a 100% critical chance when placed the correct height. That's pretty good. We've also got the multi-arrow, which is great. Look at that. Beautiful. Excellent. Wonderful stuff. Not an issue in sight. Very, very good. Is our captor trained yet? He absolutely is. Archers have plus 25% critical chance when placed at the correct height. I'm not messing around with that at all. No, instead, give me the buildings that give me air filters and shacks. That's pretty good. Right, okay. It's an adventure. It's time. We're going to head out into the big unknown. Where are the enemies coming from tonight? They're going to be coming from 2 directions. That's fine. I think we can manage that. All we need to do today is get this last bit of salvage, and that will allow me to make a little bit of forward progress in the tech tree here. Oh, cool. All right, that's just it. Pretty easy to get. It was just sort of waiting right over there, which is very, very nice. That is going to give us our 2nd progression level, which is pretty sick. Means that we can now get access to all of this stuff. I feel like the fact there was no fight left me It makes me upset. Let's see if we can try and go and take out one of these dens over here. Sure, that would be a good use of all of my my skills, and it means that we can have a little look at the new abilities of the captor over here, which is going to be quite nice. Okay, moment of truth. Let's have a little look. We'll attack somebody. Oh goodness. I'm reasonably confident that we can sort of fight off the enemy here. No, I'm not reasonably confident. We're gonna have to retreat a little bit. You know what? Actually, get up to the walls. Get up to the walls. We can see how strong these walls really are. Ah! Did you just run through? You just ran through. Okay, these doors are frankly way overrated. That is hugely problematic. We also lost like. There we go. Get around there. We also lost a unit inside here. There we go. Go and attack that unit. We don't want to be taking any unnecessary damage. I think we lost a single troop. We can cope with that. Quite frankly, it's okay. Our Citadel is made of stronger stuff. We still have 300 and something hit points to go. Come on, get down there. Let's go. Get in here. God, these spiky guys are so annoying. That was a lot of units. Okay, you know what? Everybody attack this thing. There we go. That was a lot of units. The captor is maybe not a great unit. Quite frankly. But that's all right. Okay, anyway, move towards the enemy, folks, and then we'll see where that nets us. 5 meters is where we want to be. That is A-okay. There is like I believe there's like a tech tree for the units that they get more and more powerful as they go. Yeah, experienced, increased stats. That's cool. I believe there's a tech tree for each individual class of soldier. Are we gonna hold our ground here? We sure are. Successfully or not, however, that will be the case. Retreat a little bit. There we go. And take out this den if we can. I think we can take out this den before the evening is up. Target you. Yeah, do not want one of these spiky boys to destroy me. They are very, very, very good at attacking. Nice. Okay, and then that's going to be even more points for me. I'm pretty happy about that, to be honest. We're going to have to get everybody up into position real quick. I wonder if I want to destroy this doorway. I mean, do I have a door to stick in it? I mean, is that something that I can do? Oh, I also need to build the Merlons, which I haven't actually done yet. I'll do that in just a sec. But do I not have a door? Oh, also, this hardware supplies, I didn't realize that was a building that we actually have to build, but it absolutely is a building that we have to build. Let's do that over there. Sure. And then, you know what? Let's just fill the gap. We don't have enough wood? We seriously don't have enough wood? Okay, well, I want to fill the gap to block things off whilst we are awaiting our soldiers getting up here. This is probably the biggest problem with having a ridiculous sort of stairway system, is that it does take my troops a fairly significant period of time to respond. But that's okay. Was that it? Was that it? Well, you know what? I guess we'll just wait until the evening rolls around. Oh, I did forget that we are actually going to be seeing attacks on 2 different fronts this evening. Let's move troops around accordingly. Yep, let's get you over here. Lobber, nice. And we can be responsive, but I do need to make sure that I just like fill up the. There we go. Fill up the doorway, because frankly that is a ridiculous situation. I need to figure out how to fix that. But we've not really had any sort of major incursions. We've had a few sort of troop losses. We've had a few untoward events. But, I mean, nothing that would really suggest a tremendous tremendous amount of issues. We're still due a few more enemies over here. This looks awful, by the way. Believe it or not, I think my wall actually looks a little bit better. I mean, it's a little bit less professionally done, but it certainly seems more sensible. And for the occasion, we actually just did another little mini mission there. The Hogar requests, which is quite nice. Fury is the way. Waves only spawn Furies and Opal Furies. I have no idea what that means, but let's give it a shot. Sure. Main quest completed. Gather plus 500 stone per minute. We now get 500 stone per minute. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a manual time anchor, which is basically going to allow us to save. We also get up to level 3 on the prosperity index. That's pretty darn cool. Anything else that I want to do? An air trader? What the heck? Allows the exchange of oxygen for other resources. Bulk air filter. There's a lot of stuff here. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. Maybe increase military cap. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. But I don't have any. I literally do not have any wood. So it's not like I can do anything with it. Okay. We're gonna just take the next wave. The next wave is just gonna come from one single direction, but of course it's a special wave. We get 500 per minute, which makes me think, trigger the next horror attack. Yeah, I'm gonna get some bonuses. But before I do that, maybe I should build a warehouse, because if I build a warehouse, then we can at least benefit from all of the resources that are going to be coming my way. Just kidding. The warehouse requires a heck of a lot more wood than we've got, so we're just gonna face it head on. Let's go for it. Bring it on, buddy. Bring it on. This is gonna be just the furries, the furies. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yes, go for it. Let's do it. I have literally no idea what this means for me. It must be challenging if it gives us an income of 500 stone. It absolutely must be horrific. Let's move my troops around into position, and then let's see what happens. There we go. Get you over there. Brilliant. Oh, it's these guys. It's these guys. Oh, they are nasty. But 500 stone. I mean, that's a pretty good deal, given that I've already got like a lot of infrastructure here. I feel like we can probably control the enemy to a relative degree for a little while. Obviously, the door situation is a little bit questionable. We probably need to get on top of that. But the fact is that I got 3 out of 5 progression levels. That ain't bad at all. In fact, that's really good. Vermin. I thought it wasn't, I thought it was just Furies, but hey-ho. Anyway. Man. I love this game. I love this game. And look at that. The enemy are going to be coming from that side, and that is not so hot. Cool. Anyway, ladies and gents, we're going to wrap it up right about now. Cataclismo. It's entering 1.0 on the 20th of March, I believe. You can have a little look at it, linked down in the description below. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.